Time for an AFN News Update. I'm Bronson Woodruff. Today, The Atlantic publicly released the entire signal text chat between Trump's senior national security officials. It shows that Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth provided the exact timing of warplane launches and when bombs would drop before they happened. This follows 2 days of President Trump's senior-most cabinet members of his intelligence and defense agencies trying to explain how these details wound up on an unclassified chat on the Signal app. Atlantic Editor-in-Chief Jeffrey Goldberg was included in that chat. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt has said no classified info was posted to the Signal chat. President Trump signed an executive order on Tuesday to change some things around elections in the U.S., including requiring proof of citizenship to register to vote in federal elections. It also demands that all ballots be received by Election Day. The order says the U.S. has failed to enforce basic and necessary election protections, and calls on states to work with federal agencies to share voter lists and prosecute election crimes. It threatens to pull federal funding from states where election officials do not comply. The move is likely to face challenges because states have broad authority to set their own election rules. A federal judge said on Tuesday that for now, Iowa cannot continue to enforce part of its book ban law. This is giving major publishers that sue the state the second temporary reprieve they requested. The issue here is over school libraries and classrooms carrying books that depict sex acts. This new decision from U.S. District Judge Stephen Locker will again temporarily allow schools to keep giving students access to those kinds of books. Mike Huckabee is President Trump's nominee for U.S. Ambassador to Israel. Huckabee said on Capitol Hill he will, quote, carry out the president's priorities, not mine, end quote. The former Kentucky governor is a well-known evangelical Christian and unapologetic supporter of Israel. President Trump has tasked him to take on the critical post in Jerusalem days after he won re-election on a campaign promise to end the now 17-month war in Gaza. The former Arkansas governor pledged his past support for Israel's right to annex the West Bank and incorporate its Palestinian population into Israel, but said it would not be his prerogative to carry out that policy. That's all for this AFN News Update. More information on these stories you just heard, as well as more news from a Christian perspective, can all be found on our website, afn.net. That is afn.net. Thank you for watching. I'm Bronson Woodruff.